Hi, everybody. Now for me shooting a video in my living room. I know it's probably different from, I've been shooting in the kitchen lately, but it is what it is. I'm going to put this on my main channel and then, include it on my movie viewers and reviewer page because it's like a couple of things that, it's got to do with both channels. I've been watching, Law and Order Criminal Intent on Peacock. That's the only Law and Order that's not, one of the Law and Orders that's not on the air right now, like regular new shows coming out. The reason why I mention this show is because I know I shot a video either on my main page or on my movie reviewer page where I was talking about watching the show and wishing that they would bring Detective Robert Bobby Goren, Vincent D'Onofrio's character, back on Law and Order. And I've been thinking about it because I've been watching, some of the, I'm in season 3 of Criminal Intent right now. I absolutely think Vincent D'Onofrio is amazing. The first thing I've ever seen him in was the movie Adventures in Babysitting. I think it's like the second movie he ever made. It was where he played the mechanic that fixed the car, and the little girl thought he was Thor and everything. I always, just for some I just liked him ever since I watched that particular movie. And, I said it in the other video, and I'll kind of reiterate it a little bit here, but I wish that they would do two things. Bring him back, for one thing. And secondly, and we're talking about Detective Bobby Goren here, or Vincent D'Onofrio's character, and stick him in a room with the perp and Elliot Stabler, Chris Maloney's character, just to see how that would shake out. And I've been thinking about it, and this is something else I would like to suggest, is I would really, really, really love to see you take Elliot Stabler, Bobby Goren, and sling them in with Olivia, Benson, Ice-T, and that new team. Because I gotta say, I'm like running a week behind on the other 3 Law and Orders, the regular Law and Order, Criminal Intent, or not Criminal Intent, Organized Crime, and Special Victims Unit. And I saw not this past Thursday's episode of Special Victims, but the episode from last week, the first episode of February 2023. And apparently, the one guy on Special Victims, I forget his name, admitted to killing somebody, to a perp. And the new girl detective, Grace, whatever her last name is, the actress's name is Molly something. I'm getting bad with names. Sorry, but the new girl went to Liv after Liv got a thumb drive from one of the white shields over in it was either the Brooklyn or the Bronx SVU, because the lady from the other SVU had partnered up with Liv's guy, and it was just a hot mess when they were trying to deal with BX9. But I think that one guy is going to end up leaving, maybe. And then what I think they need to do is, instead of, because the other guy that came over from the Bronx or Brooklyn Special Victims that sued the police force and got his job back, I don't think he's going to last very long, and I think the other guy's on his way out. But what I think they really need to do is two things. One, they need to bring Bobby Goren back and stick him in with Liv, because I think that would have been that would be very interesting to see how Olivia Benson, Ice-T's, Odafin, Tutoula, and that group handle being with Bobby Goren. Because I'm at the point now where I'm like, it's been, like, at least 10 years maybe, that, Detective Bobby Goren hasn't been in the NYPD because he left at the end of season 10 because he had a nervous breakdown, or, I remember that final episode. He left because he was having mental health issues and he needed, to go get his head screwed on straight. But I think it's been enough time to where, he should have had ample time to get his head screwed on straight. And, I think he should be ready to come back to the force and, shake, rattle, and roll, as the one song goes. But it's just, I would just really love to see him back on mainly Special Victims, because that one show has just had like a revolving door of, people on there. And it's the only original cast member is Mariska Hargitay. I mean, and Ice-T's character came in season 2. I mean, I've seen every single season since it started. And, I mean, granted, Elliot Stabler, Chris Maloney comes back on there, but he's not the star of the show. It's Mariska, since Elliot bailed back in season 12 of the show. But that's just my opinion. I would really love to see them throw Detective Bobby Goren in Manhattan SVU just to see what happens. And, I mean, because they brought, Eames back on the show. I mean, I can't see why they don't bring him back. I mean, I don't get that. I mean, but, I really do think it would be very interesting for them to bring Detective Goren back. And, like I said, excuse me, stick him in a room with Elliot Stabler and a perp, and see what happens with, like, say, Liv and Finn watching. And maybe Carisi, But anyway, that's just my thought. And I'm going to pause here. I may have more to shoot later as I think of it. But I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.